Alright, so thanks for joining me back out the shop. Today we are going to tackle some more wiring, but before that I want to mess around with rigging up shifter so it's where we need it to be. So hopefully everything will work out as planned and we will move forward from that point. But for now, let's just get on over there and take a look at stuff. Alright, so this is our plate that I've kind of made up. Bunch of leftover parts. Had a bracket from an old lift kit, some just standard steel laying around, and then I took a trip to the local store and found a Heim joint. So with a little bit of spacers and a couple bolts, we're able to make this little shifter here. So our next step is going to be to rivet this into the car and figure out where we need to start attaching another linkage here to link up with the stock Tremec shifter. So it's like if you look up like the Sikky shifter, S-I-K-K-Y, you'll see that you can have one of these nice things bolt onto the Tremec and have an extension, and it will only put you out maybe 500 bucks. And so far, we're gonna keep this one probably in the 30-40 bucks area. So that's what we're going to do because we're cheap. All right, so we are in the car and we can get our shifter about where we want it to be. That's kind of what we're thinking right about here, maybe. So, I guess a quick little hole in the edge here. Alright, that's not too bad. So, now all that we have to do is attach a linkage. Alright, how to do that? Well, we're going to start off with some sort of bearing type of piece up here that we can weld to, and probably the same back here, and see where that brings us. Okay, so we've got something set up in here, so let's just see what it actually works like, and if it works at all, or if we just wasted a little bit of cash and a whole lot of time. Maybe something like that. There, definitely not the easiest setup I've ever invented. Let's loosen off this guy up here. Right. Okay. That's tightened down. Let's see if this is even a something. First gear, second gear, third, fourth, fifth. That should be 6. I think I'm good with that. First gear. This is like really positive. I have like no worries about missing a shift on that. All right. Little bit of wiggle. That's mainly in this lower heim joint. But all in all, that is not bad at all. Alright, now we just need to find a shifter ball for it. Because that bolt head is going to get old really fast. Anyways, let's get moving on to something else. Alright, so after some figuring and with our wiring diagram, figured out all of our wires here. Got main power, and it's like they don't exactly tell you on their little pinout diagram what things do what, but I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing. They've got power here, and then all the turn signals operate from ground, not from the power. So you have to ground one of these. I think it's this one, grounds, and then these, when you turn your blinker, it grounds those to make the connection. So that's that group. And then the windshield washer are these guys here. So we'll just remove one of these wires, get that taken care of. And then, let's see, this was the wiper. Yep, that's the wiper. I'm guessing it outputs something slightly different on each of these runs there. I'm guessing it's like a, I don't know, some sort of resistor or something. But either way, we'll just blow it all the way to high speed, and that should crank it up. So that'll be that. Then the other weird one was when you pull back for that flash for high beams, it's powers from the main power to the high beam. But then when you push forward for your actual high beam, it connects this wire to that wire. So that's going to be a little weird there. So essentially what we're going to end up doing is mounting this one to ignition power, so that way everything works through there. And then this one will be attached to our headlight switch, so that way when you turn your headlights on, this will power, won't touch anything else, but then when you push forward, it will power the high beams. So that goes the high beam. So that's the gist of that. It's like trying to figure out these little weirdities that they do are definitely a thing. Because half the time, some companies, you have your main power and then everything's power. This one's power and half ground and then half this weird switched thing. But either way, we got that figured out. So now I can start running some of those wires to where they need to go. And I'll be another step closer to a functioning vehicle. Alright, so off camera, I have rigged up a small wiring harness set up here. So we got our two flashers, we'll have blinkers and then hazards, and then we got high beam, low beam, and windshield wipers. And then that corresponds with these as well, high beam, low beam, windshield wipers. Then we got brake light, then we got the hazard power, and then this blank one is going to be another 5, and that'll be for, what was that for? A horn? Something like that. So, I can just throw this in the car, and hopefully I can get it sitting somewhere. Alright, so good news. We got pretty much the wiring taken care of. Got some daytime running lights here with these parking lights, I guess. I decided to just go for all or nothing approach. So we'll have some daytime running lights. Then we got some blinker, more blinker, there's some headlights, and some high beams maybe. Don't want to overdo my wires here, so we gotta, okay, good enough. And then, should be hazards. So yeah, we're doing good. Then of course we're working pretty decent out back here. It's not very yellow, so we're gonna get some new lights going on in there. This is like a lot of that amber paint has coming off of that light bulb, so we'll get some new lights all around and we'll be sitting pretty good. Alright, so in here we've got, that's not what I had in mind. How is that doing that? Huh. Ooh, that's kind of neat. What if we turn on both? Okay, that's not what... That's interesting. I'm wondering if, let's see here, power that's coming around, coming from there. I'm thinking we just might be drawing too much power. So, because the hazard is plugged into the constant on power, That is weird. But, anyways, maybe it'll just work that way. I don't know. I'm in it. We'll just turn everything off. Kill it down. And that's kind of the rough concept. I'm probably gonna wait until we get some gauges. These are gonna be the blinkers for up on the gauge. And we'll finish wiring in some more wires up in here. And then we'll button up all this stuff and make it look nice and pretty under here. But that's pretty much a good set. If you can tell here, we got the blinker modules. But the plastic cap that they had over top of them were way too tall for our section, so we just pulled the top off. Works for me. Alright, so guess we just set these guys down. Next video we'll probably get some of our LEDs in. So we'll get those rocking and rolling, and then we'll start tackling installing the ECU. So, not too bad for a day's work. Or more than a day's work, depending on who you talk to. Alright, so I've made some pretty good progress on this thing, and hopefully we can get much closer to our first fire here before too long, and we'll be rocking and rolling before too long. So, essentially, all that we have to do is wire up the ECU and tie that all into the fuel pump system. And I think I still need a hose to come from the gas tank to our fuel pump system, and we'll be set from there. Hopefully that will accomplish everything we need, and we will be rocking and rolling. So, I guess I'll wait for more parts to show up, and then we'll bring you back again and we'll rock and roll. Thanks again for watching.